Welcome to day 8 of our 30-day strength and flexibility yoga challenge here at Movement and Telisa. To start off our second week, we are getting back into another core and upper body strength and mobility day. For props, you will need either blocks, pillows, bolster, a roller, something to lay back on. And then if you've got some sort of lightweight, honestly, even a book will do. And if you've got nothing, you can make do without. And then possibly some sort of platform, a chair, a couch, whatever you've got. We're going to get started in a seated position of your choice. I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see better. We're going to start with our shoulder pump. So begin by reaching the arms up. Hug the rib cage in, so no flaring out through the ribs. Pull them in, engage the core, trying to get your biceps by your ears, and then reach up to start. So really shrugging your shoulders up. Making this isometric hold difficult and challenging. And then we'll commence the pumps. Pumping for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ribs aren't moving. 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the arms down, roll out the shoulders one direction, and then the other direction. Moving into our arm circle, starting with fingers flexed. Start with a small circle, and then progressively make the circle bigger and bigger and bigger. Start now making the spiral smaller. And then point your fingers down, reverse direction of the circle. Start small, progressively make it bigger. Once you're as big as you can go, start making the circle smaller. Shake out the arms. Interlock all 10 fingers. And make little figure 8 shapes with the wrists. Switch directions. Keep switching directions, which direction you're going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake out the hands. Shake, shake, shake. And to warm up into the forearms for our downward facing dogs and any weight bearing we do on the hands. Extend the arms out straight in front. Flex through the hands. Flex so much that you can feel the muscles in the forearms engaging. And then squeeze the hands, making a tight fist, and release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Really slow, mindful, purposeful. And now we're going to start picking up speed. Squeeze, release. Going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake out the hands. You feel that in the shoulders too. I neglected to say, if you have a strap, that'll be handy too. I want to do some around the world. You can also use a broomstick or a band. And if you've got nothing, then just pretend that you're holding onto a strap. Start wide. This makes it easier. Reach up overhead. And then back around. And now we'll bring in the around the world. So one arm reaches overhead. Let me turn this way, and then the other arm reaches. Let's do that side for 3 rounds. Move slow. Last one on this side, with both arms in front. We now go the opposite direction. Really reach the arms away, really shrugging through the shoulders. Last one. And set the strap to the side. Come into a tabletop. Start engaging through the core. Make sure you're gripping into the mat, clawing into it like a cat clawing into a blanket. Bring forehead to knee and lower. Kind of doing these little marches. Get some engagement through the core. Remember to visualize our core like a corset, and you're squeezing the corset tight. Beautiful. Bring the hands a little bit further in front, and we're just going to gently lower ourselves into an upward facing dog. This is the first one, so again, make it gentle. Hands can come out a little bit further in front of you, elbows bent, hips, thighs are in contact with the mat. Lengthen your tailbone, so think about a dog tucking its tail between its legs. And now walk your hands back closer to your hips. Push the ground away, shrugging the shoulders down, away from the ears. Only the tops of the feet are in contact with the mat. Engaging through the core, lift up into a plank, and then lower the hips back down. You can just keep the tops of the feet in contact with the mat for this. 5 of these, so that was 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Hold it in this plank. You can tuck the toes or leave them untucked. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then pull back into a downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs. Come up on both toes. Deep, generous double knee bend. Bring rib cage to the thighs. And then straighten through the legs. Pick up the left leg. Bring knee to forehead. Back to three-legged dog. Knee to forehead. Three-legged dog. Knee to forehead. Three-legged dog. This time, bring your left knee over to your right elbow. Three-legged dog. And then left knee to left elbow. Three-legged dog. Switch out the legs. Knee to forehead. Three-legged dog. Knee to forehead. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to forehead. Inhale, this time, knee to left elbow. Lift the leg. And then knee to right elbow. Back to three-legged dog. Lower the feet. Lower the knees. Sit back. Roll out the shoulders. Give the arms a little bit of a break. Shake them out. Do whatever you please. Let's actually tuck the toes. We'll work into the toes, the feet, the ankles, the shins. Come back into a downward facing dog. From here, round, forward, always the option to lower to the knees for this. What we're doing is going from downward facing dog to plank, chaturanga, push back up, back to our downward facing dog. Round forward, plank, option to lower to the knees or from full plank, chaturanga push up, all the way back up, downward facing dog. 3 more of those. Round forward to plank, chaturanga push up, downward facing dog. Come forward again, push up, downward facing dog. Shift forward, push up, downward facing dog. I lost count, so let's do one more for good measure. Lower into your knees. If you start fatiguing, form over progressions. Step your feet to the middle of the mat. Slide your left hand under your left foot, right hand under your right foot. You want the crease of the wrists to be right up to the toes. So when you wiggle your toes, it's like you're giving yourself a little wrist massage. Come up onto one toe and then the other. Let the hand go. And then wiggle the toes a little bit more, providing some relief to the hands. Crouch down. Make 2 fists, interlock the knuckles. tops of the fists are in contact with the mat. And lift the elbows. Again, just giving the arms a little bit of a break here before we get into our next drill. We're going to come back to a downward facing dog, but I want your hands the width of the mat, fingers slightly turned, and you can play around with the direction that your fingers are in. It just feels nice for me to have them turned in a little bit for this. We're doing downward facing dog push-ups. So depending on our strength level, we might do a partial range of motion, or it's just little like this. As we get stronger, we can start bending through the elbows more and coming a little bit deeper. Maybe one day, bringing our head almost all the way down to the mat. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower to the knees, sit back, roll out the shoulders. Back into our downward facing dog, regular hand setup this time. We're going to challenge our upper body, our core, and our balance here. Start by picking up the left leg. Really bear down through the left hand and start to tent through the right fingertips. This might be enough for you. Or if you're able to, start to pick up the right hand. Keep pulling the hips up and back. You can keep your hand close. If you need to tap the fingers down to help maintain balance, that's fine. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Right leg comes up. Really ground down through the right hand. Come up onto the left fingertips. This might be enough. Really pull the hips back. Push through the right hand and see if you can float the left fingers up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull forward into a plank. Pull back into a downward facing dog. Down dog to dolphin challenge. So like from week 1, option 1 is to lower one elbow at a time. We want to keep elbows shoulder distance apart. So if they really splay out, hug them in a little bit closer. And then lift up one elbow at a time and just alternate sides. So lower, lower, lift, lift, and then lower with the other side. Lower, lower, lift, lift, lower, lower, lift, lift. Keep up with that pattern. If you want more of a challenge, you'll lower both at the same time. Push through the hands to lift up. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the elbows down. Hang out in dolphin. Lower the knees. Keep the toes tucked. Sit back. Give the arms a little break. Roll out the shoulders. Shake out the arms. Deep breaths. Our next challenge will be working into the back a little bit. So we give the shoulders a little bit of a break. Come into plank, option to lower to the knees as per usual. Shift forward, slow 10-second lower for our chaturanga. 10, 9, 8, elbows skim the sides of the body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down and tuck the toes. We're going to do some swimmers. You can also think of YTWs, shapes that we're making with our arms, YWTs. That's the order we'll do it. So lengthen the tailbone. Tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. Start with the arms overhead. Head is up off of the mat. You can have the fingers tented and then lift the hands up. This is our Y shape. Pull the elbows down to make a W shape with the arms. Straighten them out for a T and swim them all the way down. Flip the palms so they're facing up. Create a diamond shape with the hands together above the lower back. Swim them back to a T shape. Palms now face down.
Bend through the arms to create that W shape. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Reach the arms overhead for that Y shape. Pull them down, W, T. Swim them down, flip the palms up, create that diamond. Hands are together above the lower back. Lift the hands up off the lower back as much as you can. All right, I put the puppies away. They were being too rambunctious. So arms are overhead for Y, W, T. Swim the arms down, diamond shape. Hands over the lower back. Swim the back, palms face down for T, W, Y. If you start feeling this in the lower back, that means you need to lengthen through the tailbone more. W, T, diamond, T, W, Y, Y, T, diamond, T, W. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Y, last one. W, T, diamond. Lift the hands up. T, W, Y. Release the hands down. Forehead is in contact with the mat. Working into more back strength. Start by lengthening the tailbone, so squeezing the glutes. Tuck your tail between your legs. Lift up the chest for Cobra. If you pick up your hands, nothing changes. We aren't pushing through the hands. It's strength of the back and the spine, lifting our chest up. Keep holding. Lift a little higher. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Bring your ear in contact with the mat. My foot started cramping, so I'm tucking my toes to try to get rid of it. Take a little breather. Bring the hands to either side of the chest and tuck the toes. And then slide your hands a little bit more forward and lift, pushing with the hands. And now try to hold this. So notice when you start taking some weight out of your hands, how hard it is to hold up here. So we're not completely lifting up the hands, otherwise we'll collapse forward unless you've got a very, very strong back. And if you do, then by all means, go ahead and hold it. But if you start lifting up your hands, notice how you can't hold it. So slowly try to lower from there and then push back up. So pushing with the hands to start, lengthen the tailbone, and then make the hands weightless as you try to come down as slow as you can. Feel that engagement in the back. One more time. Lift up. Take some weight out of the hands as you slowly, slowly, slowly lower. If you've got a pillow or a bolster, I think a pillow might work best because it's got a little bit of a wedge shape. If you don't have a pillow or anything, then keep doing the drill that we just did where you push yourself up and then slowly try to lower. If you've got a bit of a wedge, bring your hips onto this. Start in this position like we had, but then notice as you lift your hands up, you might be able to hold it a little bit more. If you're able to hold it, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower. Take a breather. We're going to do 3 of those. All right, let's get set again. Up again. Push yourself up with your hands. Maybe walk your hands back to your hips first, and then reach the arms back. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower. Take your break. Last one, push yourself up. Walk your hands closer to your hips and lift up the hands. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower. Take your breather. And then push yourself up. Move your pillow out of the way. We're all done with it. From a tabletop position, reach left hand for opposite top corner of the mat. Lower down to the right forearm. Melt the left armpit down. Nice lat stretch, side body stretch. And starting to cool down, and we'll work more into mobility for the upper body. By melting our armpit down towards the mat, this is a passive stretch. To make it more mobility focused, you want to bring some activity into it. So pushing down through the knife edge of the left hand, lift up using strength. Melt down. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up, switch out sides. Right hand reaches for the top left-hand corner, melt down, melt the armpit down, passive stretch to start. Let's work into our end range strength. Increase our mobility, so push down through the knife edge of the right hand, and then lift up and lower. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. And come to a comfortable seated position. I'm turning away so that you can see the arms here. Start with the right arm, reach it up and overhead, and try to walk the fingertips down the spine. Notice the rib cage. If you really flare out through the ribs, pull them in. Left arm reaches back behind. Maybe the fingers touch. If they do, we don't need to crank on them. Keep pulling the rib cage in. And slowly unravel. Switch sides. My right arm's a little bit tighter at the bottom here, so you can see how I use my hand to help lift it up. And then the left arm is up overhead this time. Pull the rib cage in. Slowly release. I'm coming into eagle arms now. So inhale, both arms up. Identify the right hand, give it a little wave, and swing the right arm underneath the left. Cross and twist as much as you can. Maybe the palms can come together. From here, lift the elbows up off the chest. Pull the pinkies away from your face. Slowly unravel. Arms come up overhead. Identify the left hand. Give it a little wave. Left arm swings underneath the right. Cross and twist as much as you can. Lift the elbows up off the chest. Pull the pinkies away from the face. Slowly unravel. Interlock all 10 fingers behind your lower back. Puff the chest up and reach the knuckles down towards the mat. Maybe they find the mat. You can stay right here or option to release the head back. Tuck the chin if you had released the head. Come all the way up. See if you can come to standing while keeping the hands clasped behind the lower back. We're coming to a wide leg forward fold. So feet as wide as you can. The wider your feet, the more you'll be able to fold forward. And if you've got a lot of range of motion, maybe you narrow your feet, your stance a little bit, and it'll make it a little bit more challenging. Toes slightly turned in, we start to hinge forward. Weight is in the toes. The heels are almost weightless, looking down at the mat between our feet. And then let the hands melt away from the lower back. If the palms are splayed open, see if you can squeeze them together. It's okay if you want a generous bend in the knees. Bringing your hands back to the lower back, lifting up just halfway. Heel to the feet, back together. And this is where we'll need a platform of sorts. So if you've got a chair, you can bring over to you or go over to your couch. Again, I'll be using a ball. Placing the hands on the edge of your chair, couch, platform, ball, and then lowering the chest through. Holding this passive stretch, letting the chest melt down. And then to work this end range strength, push through the palms as we lift up and lower. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Melt the chest down one more time. Push through the palms to come all the way up slowly. Slowly coming up even more. And then setting our platform off to the side. And grab your blocks and your light weight or book, whatever you might have. It might be pillows, a roller, bolsters. Just bring them nearby and then come to meet me lying on your back. We'll finish with a little bit of core. Come into eagle legs with the legs. Cross and twist as much as you can. If you don't get the ankles crossed, that's fine. So I've got right leg over my left to start. So I'm going to bring my right arm underneath my left to start. Bring knees and elbows to touch, and then lower down, tap the toes. Crunch together and lower. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch out legs. Left leg is on top, left arm is underneath. Elbows and knees touch. Over 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Grab your blocks or your bolster. I think I'm just going to start with one and put it on the second setting. Come to lay on whatever you're using. You want your shoulder blades on the support so that when we drop our head back, our chest is lifted. You can just bring your arms overhead, or if you've got that light weight, holding on to it with your hands. Closing out the eyes. And this is a passive hold right now. We're going to work into the end range strength or mobility. So both so soles of the feet are in contact with the mat, legs are bent. Push through the feet to lift the hips and then slowly lower. Lift the hips, slowly lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips back down. Hold the passive stretch. Now working the strength on the other end. So lift the hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hands down, hold the passive. And now just let go of the weight if you're able to. Gently pull the arms back towards your chest. And slowly tuck your chin in towards your chest. It's okay if you feel a little bit lightheaded. That one's very intense. Move your block, bolster pillow out of the way. Come to lie all the way down on your back. Arms in cactus, so that we get a little bit more of a chest opener. Feet can be width of the mat, knees fall against one another, or legs can be straight. And tuck your chin in towards your chest. And slow your breath. Relax your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Relax the muscles around your eyes, your temples, your jaw. Imagine that your skin, your muscles are like hot wax melting off of your bones, completely letting go. It's in this stillness and rest that we truly reap the benefits of the hard work we just put in. You did amazing today on day 8 of our 30-day challenge. Please join me again tomorrow for day 9. I implore you to stay in your final resting pose for as long as you may need. And in closing, we say, Namaste.